On the planet known as Titan 16E, a colossal world 200 times the size of Earth, four races of giants with elemental powers call it home. The Fire Zone is inhabited by giants who can manipulate fire, while the Frozen Zone is ruled by giants with the power to control ice and water. The Steel Zone boasts giants who can manipulate metals and turn their bodies into steel, and the Light Zone is home to the most powerful giants who can control light in the atmosphere. Arctic, a towering teenage boy with an affinity for ice, stumbles upon a colossal sword embedded in the icy tundra. The sword is mesmerizing, with frost and water molecules cascading off its blade, creating an ethereal mist around it. Arctic feels a strange pull toward the sword, yet hesitates, unsure of the power it might hold. Gathering his courage, he reaches out and grasps the hilt, feeling an immediate surge of energy coursing through him. The sword resonates with his innate ice manipulation abilities, unlocking new skills and amplifying his power beyond his wildest dreams. Just as Arctic begins to comprehend the sword's potential, a shadow looms over him. Torch, another giant teen known for his fiery prowess, stands before him, eyes blazing with intensity. "Hand over the sword," Torch demands, his voice a low growl. Arctic steps back, his grip tightening on the sword as he prepares for confrontation. Torch advances, heat radiating from his body, and gives Arctic one last chance to surrender. "Over my dead body," Arctic retorts, his resolve unshaken. The air crackles with tension as Torch unleashes his Hellblaze attack, sending spirals of flame roaring towards Arctic. In response, Arctic activates his Frozen Protector ability, moving with incredible speed to evade the fiery onslaught. The ground beneath him sizzles and steams, caught in the clash of elements. Arctic, seizing an opportunity, darts forward, his sword poised to strike. However, he underestimates Torch's resilience. Unaware of his mountain-like durability, Torch retaliates with fire chains, aiming to ensnare Arctic and swing him into submission. But Arctic, quick-thinking and agile, grabs the chain, freezing it solid before launching a powerful punch that sends Torch hurtling through the air. Torch, momentarily stunned and vulnerable, is left wide open for Arctic's final move. Seizing the moment, Arctic soars above his foe, bringing the icy sword down with devastating force. The impact is cataclysmic, slamming Torch into the ground and obliterating the surrounding landscape. Victorious, Arctic surveys the destruction before turning away, heading back to the solace of his frozen home, the sword now a part of his destiny.
Arctic, still reeling from his encounter with Torch and the weight of his new discovery, felt a sense of unease as he wandered through the icy landscapes. The frozen air bit at his skin, but he hardly noticed, his thoughts consumed by the massive sword now strapped to his back. The sword pulsed with a strange energy, an ancient power that seemed to resonate with the very core of the Frozen Zone. The moonlight reflected off the ice-covered ground, casting a shimmering glow across the landscape as Arctic walked. His mind raced. What kind of power does this sword hold? And why did Torch, a teenager from the Fire Zone, want it so desperately? Arctic's task was clear: uncover the secrets of the sword and understand its connection to the elemental zones. He trekked through the icy terrain, seeking the wisdom of the ancient ice sages, rumored to dwell in the heart of the glacier. With each step, the sword's energy seemed to guide him, whispering secrets of forgotten times. Finally, Arctic reached the sages, who revealed the sword's true purpose: to unite the elemental zones and restore balance. Armed with this knowledge, Arctic knew his journey had just begun, but he was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Galactic, one of the three ancient giant rulers, stands before Arctic, his towering form casting a long shadow over the frozen plains. Arctic holds his ice sword, its shimmering blade reflecting the glacial light, but his mind is filled with questions. Galactic's deep voice rumbles like a distant avalanche as he begins. There are things in this world, Arctic, that even we giants did not create. Forces older than time itself. Your sword, known as the Sky Cleaver, it is one of those things. Galactic's revelation sends a shiver through Arctic, not from the cold, but from the weight of the truth. The Sky Cleaver, a weapon he thought to be a mere tool of war, is a relic of cosmic power, its origins shrouded in mystery beyond the knowledge of even the ancient giants. Galactic looks down at Arctic, his icy eyes filled with both wisdom and sorrow. Long ago, before any of the four elemental zones were ruled by giants, there existed a cosmic entity known as Nexorian. He was a being of pure ice, fire, metal, and light, an ancient force of nature that sculpted entire worlds of ice, fire, metals, and light. Nexorian's creations were not mere planets or stars. They were realms of elemental harmony, each reflecting a facet of his boundless power. From the essence of Nexorian himself, the Sky Cleaver's sword was born. It was not forged by hands, but emerged from the raw, primal cold at the core of Nexorian's being. The sword is imbued with the very essence of Nexorian's power. It is not just a weapon, it is a conduit for the power of eternal four elements itself, a bridge between the cosmic forces that govern the universe. As the eons passed, Nexorian grew weary of his eternal existence. In a moment of profound introspection, he chose to fragment his immense power into the sword, imbuing it with the four elemental forces: fire, ice, metal, and light. This act was not one of surrender, but of hope, a belief that his legacy could transcend his own existence. The sword lied dormant, hidden within the icy expanses of the frozen zone, as it awaits a worthy bearer, someone who can rise to carry on Nexorian's legacy, to wield the elemental forces with wisdom and courage. The legend speaks of a time when such a person will emerge, and the power of Nexorian will once again shape the destiny of worlds. Arctic stood in awe, his gaze fixed on the Sky Cleaver sword, unable to find words after learning the truth. The weight of it all, the creation of his world, the ancient being who forged the sword, settled on his shoulders like a heavy mantle. The enormity of the knowledge he had gained was both a burden and a beacon, guiding him towards a destiny he could scarcely comprehend. Galactic, the wise ruler, revealed the sword's true nature as a key to Arctic's potential, emphasizing the need for wisdom. The truth is overwhelming, isn't it? This sword is more than a weapon. It is a key to your potential. But power without wisdom can lead to ruin. You must become stronger, yes, but not just in body. Your mind and spirit must grow too. Arctic responds, I will learn. I'll become the warrior I need to be. I will save my people and become the most powerful being in the galaxy. His heart burned with a fierce determination, fueled by the promise of his potential and the urgency of his mission.